Christine's Kitchen. Today we are going to be making a casserole. And even though some might say that casseroles are for sissies, this is one I happen to like. My mom made it a couple times when I was growing up. It's called King Ranch chicken. If you're from Texas, you've probably had it at a potluck before, and I think it's pretty tasty. And fortunately, I actually had most of the stuff to make it. So my sauce is mostly in this bowl already. 1 can of cream of chicken soup, 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, 1 can of Rotel, a little bit of sour cream, and now we will add 1 cup of chicken broth, a couple of sauteed peppers and onions, oh yeah, 1 teaspoon of chili powder. So I'm gonna eyeball that. That's probably a little more than a teaspoon. It'll be fine, and also don't pepper spray yourself. 2 teaspoons of cumin or cumin. I've heard it both ways.
I've heard it both ways.
3 maybe. I like to eyeball it. Okay, this isn't like baking. Baking is exact. Cooking is not so much exact. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna slice my finger trying to open this. Okay. And a half a teaspoon of oregano. I am gonna go light on this one because Dave actually doesn't like a ton of oregano. And now I have chili powder up my nose. So if I sneeze, it's not the Rona. I just got chili powder up my nose. Okay, this is our sauce, guys. Like, that's it. Probably a little soupier than I meant it to be, but that's okay. And you're supposed to layer this in a casserole dish with like the chicken and then the sauce. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna add the chicken into the sauce because it's my house and I do what I want. So that was just like cooked shredded chicken breast. You can cook it in your Instant Pot or grill it or do whatever. I had previously cooked it and then frozen it. Frozen it. Which way's right? Froze it. I cooked it previously and then froze it. Now thawed into my sauce. So now we will just layer my cut up corn tortillas, some cheddar cheese, and my chicken sauce in this casserole dish. It's kind of like a southwestern lasagna kind of a thing with chicken. Okay, small layer of sauce at the bottom, much like lasagna, like that. Okay, maybe a little more. You know, so it doesn't stick to the bottom. And a layer of tortillas. I really like this because the corn tortillas get kind of soft. You know, kind of like when you make enchiladas, sort of. If you guys have had this growing up, give this video a like because I grew up eating it. Didn't have it all the time, but we had it sometimes. Even my college cafeteria served it sometimes, so that was a nice little like throwback. I made this when my mom was here visiting, and when she was so excited. She was like, "Oh, awesome, King Ranch chicken. I haven't had that in forever. I'm so excited." So I served it, and while it tasted fine, she's like, "Did you put sour cream in it, Christine?" It's like the moms who actually know how to make it the right way, you know what I mean? I was like, "Yes, Mom, I put sour cream." She's like, "The sour cream's kind of light." So what I would recommend is I'm going to leave below the Rotel version recipe and not the recipe I used for this one because apparently I used the wrong recipe. Now the only part I can't remember is if I cook it uncovered or covered. Uncovered it is! 40 minutes at 350. Oh my God. There's the King Ranch chicken casserole, just came out of the oven. We're doing a side of green beans and I have some fruit in the fruit bowl. Sorry about the talking, my mom's here right now working on her house. And chorizo potato tacos for our meal today. And I just have my standard potatoes with some oil and seasoned salt. Today I'm just using this one. I think I got it at Dollar Tree. Mixed it all around. Today I am using this Elechomes Air Fryer. And the buttons are way different than I'm used to. This, okay, there we go. 400, play. Okay, 400 for 25 minutes. Essentially the same as the regular one that I normally use, and this one is slightly bigger but deeper. So I don't know if that's going to affect how full you can do it, how crispy they're gonna get, so we'll find out. I have my chorizo sauteing with some peppers that I picked from my garden, and I had this like leftover shallot in my fridge drawer that needed to be used, pretty sure needed to be used, and I'm using my meat masher because it's my new favorite kitchen tool. You can pick one up at the dollar store, which is where I got mine, or you can get it off of Amazon if you don't want to leave your house. Okay, thoughts on the Elechomes is the casori that I normally use gets them crispier, but Dave thinks this one cooks more evenly. I don't think this one cooks as hot as the other one. This one I found took a little bit longer to get to this point. I'm wondering if that's because there's no holes in the sides of this basket and the other one does have holes, which allows for more airflow. So just an interesting take on the two different air fryers. And I'm going to mix my taters, thank you, and chorizo. Ooh, okay. No, is that not, is that not gonna go? Is it hot? You're gonna burn yourself.
Yeah, it's a little hot. No.
No. Oh, there's chorizo on the floor. Oh, I guess that's life. Thank you. Hashtag YouTuber problems. Pan with one hand, camera with the other hand. No more hands. Am I right or am I right? Hey, excuse me. I like to use...
I think I did a pretty good job.
But I like to use my smiley spoon at every opportunity.
I don't like to mash the potatoes.
Well, I'm going from the bottom and lifting. Oh! Okay, maybe your way's better. Oh! Ah! Dave! Okay, you need to stop. Stop. You're throwing food everywhere.
Not very much.
You are. Okay, I have my plates and the mixture and my tortillas, some sour cream, and what is this? Salsa, and everyone can kind of make their own. You guys remember that chicken breast I pulled out of the freezer in the earlier video? Well, I have this spice blend at my spice cabinet, so I butterflied the chicken, and I'm just sprinkling it with this, like, there's already salt in it, some kind of Italian flavored salty seasoning, little bit of drizzle of oil on the top, and I'm just gonna grill it. I was going to make pizza, but I'll kind of explain the direction this day ended up taking. So I find these little flavoring seasoning packets at my local store on clearance sometimes. So if you see them, they actually taste really good. They're great on chicken and potatoes as well. Sometimes the simplest dinners are the most delicious. I decided I didn't want to make pizza crust, so for my pesto sauce and my seasoned chicken, I'm just gonna do pasta. So I'm gonna grill this outside and slice it to put on top of my spaghetti noodles, pesto, and shredded Parmesan cheese. Super, super easy, quick, and delicious. This was seriously one of the easiest dinners that I made, just cooking the pasta and then dumping the sauce right on top and grilling the chicken. I also cut up about a half a container of cherry tomatoes that I had and some fresh mozzarella balls and sprinkled the whole thing with balsamic vinegar as a little side salad. Andrew loved that. I have these oranges, right? And they've been like staring at me from this bowl, and that inspired the following recipe. So after dinner tonight, I decided that I wanted to make sorbet because I had these oranges staring at me and I knew I had strawberries in the freezer and a blender. So I have a cup and a half, no, I'm sorry, not, a pound and a half of semi-thawed strawberries, a cup and a half of freshly squeezed orange juice, and I think I'm gonna add about a half a cup of sugar. We're gonna blend it up in this, and if it's too soupy, I'm gonna put it in my ice cream maker. So we're just gonna 3-ingredient strawberry orange sorbet. Here we go. Doesn't this look like the most beautiful thing ever? I felt like I was working at Jamba Juice. My Cuisinart ice cream maker, this piece has been in the freezer. I just keep it in there all the time now. So in goes my sorbet mixture. Oh, I thought it wouldn't fit, but it looks like it is going to. I'm just gonna turn it on for like 15 minutes. So. That looks so good. I might need to make this more often.
Yep.
It's almost like an icy.
Oh, Ryan, sorry. I only want to try. I just want to try. Can you try this one?
Oh, wow. That's really good. It's like sweeter than I thought it would be.
Good morning. Today I am working on my slow cooker Asian short ribs. This recipe is from damndelicious.net. I'll leave the recipe for you down below. And I just threw my short ribs into my large crock pot, and I will now mix up my marinade that goes on it, or braised juices, or whatever you want to call it. So we have soy sauce, broth, brown sugar, garlic, ginger, sesame oil, crushed red pepper flakes, and I think I add the cornstarch and stuff later. I'm gonna put this on high just to get it started, and I'll check on it in a couple hours and maybe take it down to low at that point. I'm also prepping my chicken for tomorrow's dinner, so I butterflied it. I do like to cut it in half long ways. I just feel like it cooks more evenly. And I will be grilling this tomorrow. So just kind of like stirring all of my marinade in there, which is actually just this salad dressing I wanted to get out of my fridge. And we're gonna cook up a bunch of veggies on the side. So it'll just be like some sliced chicken with just a ton of garden veggies because I've got some squash, I have some green beans, I have some sugar snap peas I can use. Maybe if I find any salad in my fridge, we'll put that on the side, and that will be dinner tomorrow. I had a couple people ask me to show them how I use my salad spinner to wash stuff. So I have my purple cabbage in here with just a bunch of water, and I'm letting it sit for a few minutes. With purple cabbage, you'll notice that the water kind of turns purple. And then once it sits, I will dump the water out, pull this and dump the water out, and spin it dry. And then I'll do my next batch of cabbage. So I have my Napa cabbage here. Then I'll do some cilantro and green onion for my slaw tonight. Okay, here is my Korean beef. I took it all out and took the bones and fat off and put it back in the juices with some cornstarch to thicken it up a little bit, so it's a little simmery now. This is kind of what I have going on. It smells, the whole house smells good. Like, oh, that's a big chunk of meat I didn't see right there. And instead of tacos, I decided to do rice bowls. So I made some sticky rice in my Instant Pot. Here's my slaw. So I have purple cabbage, Napa cabbage, cilantro, green onions, carrots, and sesame seeds. And the dressing is lime juice, oil, sesame oil, a little bit of brown sugar, and salt. And I have some sliced cucumbers as well, so people can like build as much of this, rice, meat, however they want to do it. And then I have extra lime for squeezing on top. Go make this dinner right now. It was so delicious. I couldn't believe it. So this is the last night of dinner for this video with my grilled marinated chicken. I'm just doing some green beans in my Chorizo air fryer. I just like to do some oil, salt, and pepper, stir it all around. That's about it, guys. About 15 minutes at 400 degrees, a little shake in the middle. And if you guys want to check out my air fryer veggies video where I cover this in more detail, I will leave that down below for you. So easy. And then I also found some frozen corn on the cob I wanted to get rid of as well. Okay, here is dinner. I just pulled my chicken off the grill. Still waiting for it to cool down before I slice it. I have a couple of green grapes in my fridge, so I just got those out and washed those. We'll finish that off tonight. Some green beans from my garden. I know it doesn't look like very much, but it's actually about 1.5 pounds. Some corn on the cob. I do have some more cooking, so this is only about half of the corn on the cob. Everyone will kind of like build their plate with however much veggies and chicken and whatever they want. And if we run out, there's lots of food in the house. I have yogurt and granola, nectarines and apples, some of that sorbet that I made left over, so I can get that out. I was gonna do the cream squash, but I wanted to get that out of my freezer first, so I'll make the cream squash tomorrow. If you didn't see the grocery haul where I did all of those things, I will leave that linked down below. If there are recipes, I will leave those down below as well. In a couple days, we have a whole nother grocery haul and we're getting started all over again. I hope you're enjoying Vlogust so far, and I'll see you tomorrow.